Good morning. Hello, everyone. I was very happy for participating in this academic meeting. Thank you for the invitation. My presentation is about education. Transforming education is also building educational space and of a disruptive nature. We understand disruptive education as a set of action strategies and teaching methodology that allow the introduction of advance and innovation. I mean that transforming educational process through the learning and knowledge technology and the use that are developing in the field of education and communication. Disruptive education is bold for all the people interested in building a different education in order to improve and adapt it to current needs. According to the Dictionary of the Royal Academy of the Spanish language, disruption means sudden break or interruption. In this case, when talking about this interruption, it is about exploring the new limits of education. Proposing learning environments means conceiving the individual in the environment, which is part of it, that the environment is inside the individual and that necessary to learn. There must be an interaction with the environment. In this sense, Paredes Daza and Sanabria speak of the concept of the environment as an integral element proper to life, understanding that the life cannot exist without the environment, that the organism needs a medium to exist and to live, and that this life, thanks to the organisms, is interacting with the environment. Innovation is possible by incorporating technological methodology and trends, making learning more attractive than sex deeper teaching. We associate the task of designing teaching with art due to the creativity that it entails and the practical knowledge that one has about the relationship between subject and knowledge, subject and technology, the supervising interaction, and due to the attention to the games of the unpredictable and the open. Learning scenario and new education. The pedagogical models that are providing the knowledge society are promoting of a culture of learning for life, given for the scene and speed with which information is produced, raw material for the elaboration of various types of knowledge, and also suppose that border between formal and informal education might not exist. Over the years, educators, educational government administrators, and state have become increasingly convinced that not everything that is learned is learned in school, and that each person has unequal learning rights, skills, and abilities. On the other hand, the extended education model, Freire, ubiquitous learning, Burbules, and open learning, SCOBO, have been increasingly used in the formal education environment in recent years. The traditional school has been maintained with greater resistance to reforms and change, exposing greater rigidity. The idea of expansion education will become more visible over time. Being outside the school will constitute a scenario of a new learning. The learning possibilities of informal learning environments and the potential that cities and informal environments offer to learn are immense. The infrastructure understood as open allows other people to learn from it, even contributed to improving it. This opening of its infrastructure invites teachers and educators to rethink straight formative, its use and capacities, but also its potential, how to open it up and connect with other equipment, other people, other space, other urban relationships. That is There is a sensitive relationship between space and cognitive. Meanwhile, digital infrastructure can be the basis of space for community relation and development. The open learning model in the coming years will have a broad influence in the formal educational fields. Salinas affirms that the future learning scenarios are oriented towards the integration of the pedagogical possibilities of personal, social, and institutional learning environments in educational organizations, which must define teaching learning methodology for this new environment, integrate and more open and innovative. These learning scenarios are contextualized in micro-universities, micro-universes that can help the development of students' abilities, skills, and attitudes. The state, the square, the cities are some of them. This new scenario will allow working with new technology, which will imply an interdisciplinary approach to school context and projects that should assume a more open and flexible nature, which will mean the condensation of formal and informal learning. The multi-technology scenario that students must have will allow them to eliminate the barrier of space between students and teachers, have more flexible and attractive scenario where the school will more. It will promote self-learning, recognizing that the school is not the only training scenario. Garcia Lastra points out that one of the fundamental ideas that must be taken into account when addressing the characteristics of the 21st century school is the ephemeral nature of the knowledge to be transmitted and the consequence of these facts on the process of teaching learning. Garcia Lastra states that the type of society we attend demands a preparation from school that cannot resolve around the accumulation of knowledge, but rather the acquisition of skills to be able to face new situations, synthesize information, and applies it, it in different fields of knowledge. Following this idea, the school must open its doors to let a new voice and approach for far from the traditional school culture and strengthen its network to take advantage of the cognitive wealth that the military environment can offer. A school of mobile and flexible space that embeds the critical study of problems by asking good questions. A school where technology allows better learning, an open network school. Formal and informal environments increasing unity and weak words. The recognition that the knowledge is increasing relative and affecting and that it quickly becomes obsolete with educational action. Teaching to search, to access critical, and to think shall always be a challenge for the school. Well, today, more than ever, a teacher is need to accompany the teaching and learning process. In recent years, learning theories have been developed that emerge from a new context characterized by the emergence of new information and communication technology in the field of education. These learning theories, such as connectivism and open learning, among other concepts, and some analysis of the underlying models, emerge from a new context characterized by the emergence of new information and communication technology in the field of education. Well, the recollection of knowledge brought as a consequence that students and teachers relate to other knowledge and interact with the outside of the classroom at any time and place. This unprecedented situation configures new forms of relationship that expand learning environments where even enable collaboration and empower thought the use of new technology, connectivity, and open learning, among other concepts, and some analysis of understanding models that have formulated in this context. Seeming has suggested a theory of connective understanding learning as a process that occurs with complex environment with changing elements that are not controlled by the individual. Well, some small words about my methodology, Rook. Um, Rook methodology for understanding the social scenes must bring together in the teaching and learning process the investigation of the topics, the critical and divergent thinking that emerges from the investigation, the understanding of the basic and the problematic nuclei, and the production of knowledge. It is about provoking the students and to participate and become full involvement in the learning process. The participatory and dialogue character proposed by the Rook methodology can generate lasting and significant learning in students. Well, this is the final of my presentation. Thank you very much.